Hello everyone. Thanks for tuning to this channel today. Or is it clicking? Well, you know what I mean. Today is May 15th and it's the International Day of Families. Let me read what the UN website says. It says, actually as of 2020, so this was the context against which this statement is put on their website. It says that 65% of all families are made up of either couples living with children of any age or couples living with both children and extended family members such as grandparents. Quick confession. When I read it the first time, I said, both children? Are they saying people can only have two children? No, that's not what they're saying. They're just saying that the couples are living with children, so that's one group of people, and then grandparents, that's the other group of people. Great when we understand what English words are really trying to say, right? It continues to say that the diminishing number of extended families and the increasing number of single parent families put into sharp focus the issue of social protection. Makes sense to me, because a lot of us say, and I say it as well, that it takes a village to raise a child. And when I think about the village, it includes the nuclear and the extended family. So it's good to see that the UN sees the importance and actually celebrates families because they are important to social development and protection. So let's talk some more about this in the Quip Corner. Thanks again for staying tuned. Before I dive into today's quip, let me set the background. As I've said on more than one video, I was raised by a village. So I know what it means when we say it takes a village to raise a child. One thing that was clear in my nuclear family was the importance of the extended family. So in other words, really, one of our core family values was that our extended family was an important part of our nuclear family. Did you notice how many times I used the word family? Yes. There was no doubting the fact that family was and still is important to us. Some of you may have remembered my son also making that comment about family is important. Dig up that video and you'll see what I mean. The point is, family truly, truly is important because that's where life starts, so to speak. On a side note, when I'm talking to my children and I say something like, and then my cousin said or my cousin did, they start asking, which one? Maternal or paternal? Is it your first or your second or your this or your that? So they, without a doubt, know that my family, my extended family, is important to me. And as I thought about this video, it just occurred to me that that is definitely one thing that inspired today's quip. So let's look at it together. And it's Quip 98 from my second book. It says, your nuclear family should not live in deficit because of the benefits you extend to your extended family. Your nuclear family should not live in deficit because of the benefits you extend to your extended family. I know that some people will be like, after all she just said, she wrote and read that out to us. Yes, you heard right. There is absolutely, in my opinion, no reason why your nuclear family should suffer or live in a deficit because of all that you're doing for your extended family. I'm not saying that you shouldn't sacrifice. I'm not saying you shouldn't give to other people. I'm just saying you don't do that to the detriment of your family, your nuclear family. I can imagine that some people may have turned their nose up at me to say, what? Does she know what the Bible says in 1 Timothy 5 verse 8? Yes, I do. Give me one moment. Let me get my Bible too. First Timothy 5 and verse 8. I'm reading from the Contemporary English Version. It says, people who don't take care of their relatives, especially their own families, have given up their faith. They are worse than someone who doesn't have faith in the Lord. I'd actually encourage you to read that verse in different translations. I like the way the version I was raised on, Good News Translation, puts it. I also like the God's Word translation, but they bring that verse to life. Talking about giving to your extended family. I remember a few years ago, a lady was telling, more like lamenting to me, about how her husband had been giving a lot to his family. And he had family members who were building homes and buying new cars or, whatever. And they were having a hard time keeping up with their children's school fees, paying for their house, and just the basic necessities of life. That's a no-no. That was one example. I also remember another couple sharing about how they found out that their family members that they were sending money to had a higher standard of living than they had. I mean, there you are doing the best you can with your 10, 15-year-old car, and you're funding somebody's affluent lifestyle. You can laugh if you want, but it's not funny, because you and your family are being deprived, living in deficit, because you're trying to extend a benefit to your extended family. That's not something God sanctions. I can tell you that. I mean, we read it together. I also know, sadly, very, very sadly, of either a husband or a wife who is investing in property, buying a house, building a house without the other party knowing. And it's like, oh no, I'm out of funds, I'm out of funds. I'm lying as far as I'm concerned, because you're trying to do things for your extended family. Hear me and hear me well. Help your extended family. It is one of our responsibilities, especially your parents. That's one way you honor your parents, but not to the detriment of your nuclear family. No matter what is happening in your home, in your marriage, in your family, no third party has a part in it. Remember on Wednesday, on May 12th, I was talking about not letting your mother get in between you and your spouse. Yes, there are times when you're extending help to your extended family and that now gets in between you and your spouse. It should not be allowed. I'd love to read your thoughts about this, because it took me a bit to agree, so to speak, to talk about this. Because like I said, I was raised by a village. And I like a quote I read by Diane Sully, where she said, it takes a village to raise a child. However, it takes solid, stable marriages to create that village. Same point. Nothing should be allowed to get in between you and your spouse. That's the only way you can build a marriage that is the support, the bedrock for the village, the extended family, that will bring social protection and development. So, as we celebrate International Day of Families, take the time to appreciate your family, your nuclear family, your extended family, and keep doing what's best for both. Until we see again next time. Yes, because with all these celebrations, the next thing you'd see I'm here again. Oh, if I think about it, I'll be here again tomorrow. Okay, I'm not going to tell you what tomorrow is about. You'll need to click or tune in to find out. And if it's your first time on this channel, please subscribe. Yeah, there's a button, a red button, and a bell beside it. And when you click that bell, you'll get notified each time there's a new video. Spread the word. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Until we are together again tomorrow, do take care of yourself and keep loving your family, because family is where love begins and never ends. Bye now.